as I reported to you all the other day, Vladimir Putin was getting ready to meet with Kim Jong-un of North Korea. This meeting took place and it went horribly. Or it went horribly for us here in America. It went horribly for most of you all wherever you're at, but it went swimmingly for North Korea and Russia. And when I saw the type of welcoming party they were giving Putin, it kind of freaked me out a little bit. It scared me a little bit. Because they lined the streets with pictures of Putin. They were like treating him as if he was this godly figure that was coming to visit. And the reason why it kind of freaked me out is because if you know anything about North Korea, if you know anything about Kim Jong-un, they view him as like a godly figure. And he's not the type to want anyone else to get that spotlight. He's not the type to want his people to view anyone else in this light. Yet the show they put on for Putin, it's like he was okay. He was okay sharing some of the spotlight, sharing some of this godly energy that he claims that he has, that his people think that he has. So it was kind of freaky seeing how they rolled out this welcoming party, because they don't do that for just everyone. And that off rip let me know that these two are closer than I thought. I thought they were going to have a meeting, get closer during the meeting, but no. It looks like they were already pretty close going in. But the meeting happened. And it's just, it's not good for so many reasons. And I'll get into those reasons in just a moment. But right now, let's go ahead and roll this clip, and then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
New overnight, Russia and North Korea agreeing to defend one another if either is attacked as part of a new defense pact. Today, Russian President Vladimir Putin says relations between the two countries are stronger now than Soviet era. Kelsey has new details on this summit. Kelsey, what else are the two leaders promising?
Hey there, Nick. Yeah, this just coming into our newsroom. The two leaders are pledging to strengthen their ties. Kim also expressing unconditional support for all Russian policies. So this includes Putin's war in Ukraine. The two meeting overnight with thousands lining the streets in Pyongyang, waving flags from both countries. Vladimir Putin says their agreement includes a promise to aid each other if either country is attacked. Not much else has been made public, but it is widely believed to include further economic and military cooperation. This includes helping North Korea with their nuclear weapons program. Kim calling their friendship between the two fiery. He said they were closer than ever. The North Korean dictator promised that the two countries would continue to deepen their partnership. He pledged unwavering support for the Russian government and army. Putin also thanking Kim for supporting his country's war efforts in Ukraine. The U.S. and NATO say that North Korea has been supplying Russia with weapons. This violates the UN Security Council sanctions, both countries denying any exchange of weapons. This trip marks Vladimir Putin's first visit to North Korea in 24 years. He's now headed to Vietnam. The U.S. has condemned Vietnam for hosting Putin. Really important to note here, Nick, because the U.S. counts on Vietnam to deter China in the region.
And we know that the U.S. will continue to follow this situation closely. Kelsey, thank you so much.
So, you know, NATO has partnerships and alliances, and basically the way it goes, if you attack any country in NATO, it's considered an attack against everyone. So if someone attacks America, every other country in NATO is supposedly supposed to come to our defense. We all fight together, right? Well, that's kind of the deal Russia just made with North Korea. Basically, hey, if someone attacks you, we got your back. If someone attacks us, you got our back. And they're already working together. You see, Russia can't pump out military equipment quickly enough because they got all of this going on in Ukraine. And even though Ukraine, it's, how can I put it? You got to understand that Ukraine is bolstered up by all of this money and equipment coming from all over the world. So when you think of Russia's war against Ukraine, don't really think of it as just a war against Ukraine, because really it's like Russia versus the West right now, okay? There's a lot of countries backing Ukraine. Russia is not getting that same backing. So they need someone to help them pump out this military equipment. Well, here's North Korea. They're happy to provide. Now, in exchange, Russia is going to come into North Korea and help them out with their nuclear program. So we're going to have Russian nuclear secrets being traded to North Korea so they can make better nuclear weapons, as, you know, North Korea uses their like warehouses, and they manufacture a bunch of military equipment like tanks and stuff like that for Russia. So I don't think I need to explain why this is bad. I think you get it, right? But the scariest part is like, you know, there's all this tension going on between North Korea and South Korea. There always has been. And, you know, South Korea and America, we kind of move as one. So now it looks like Russia is going to be, you know, like what the U.S. is to South Korea, Russia is going to be that to North Korea. So if the U.S. ever tries to attack South Korea, it's like they're declaring war on Russia as well. So it's kind of how I've been laying it out in all of these past videos about this topic. The lines are being drawn in the sand. Deals are being made. And ladies and gentlemen, these are the type of deals that start getting hammered out before a world war. So you take with that information and do what you will with it. For now, we're going to continue watching our enemies get stronger as we get weaker. I'm hoping that we can bounce back and something drastically changes in the coming months, but you never know. We are headed for some very interesting times. But for now, let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.